Hey, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. I'm Nate, and if you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Cowboy versus Cowboy. Wow, I got 6-0 on the main card of this amazing fight night. Yeah, I got some perfect calls on this one. Not on all six, in terms of finishes, but in terms of who won, I was spot on who won. So, yeah, I'll just make this a quick episode. Go rundown. Donald Cerrone in the main event in the welterweight division fought Alex Oliveira, Cowboy versus Cowboy, that's their nicknames. And it was a first rounder, 2 minutes 33 seconds in the first round. Submission triangle choke. Cowboy Donald Cerrone got it. I knew he would get a win. I predicted by knockout in the first round. I believe it was first or second round. I forget what I said on my pre-fight show, but I picked Donald Cerrone to win by finish, and he did finish, but it was by submission instead. Yeah, so good welterweight win for Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Then in the middleweight division on the main card, in the co-main event, we had Derek Brunson versus Rowan Canaro. Rowan Canaro is a great submission artist. Derek Brunson is a great wrestler and heavy hands. Yeah, so this one was TKO punches, 2 minutes 38 seconds in the first round. So I called this one that Derek Brunson would win, but said on my pre-fight show he would win by unanimous decision. So got that part wrong, but I got the part where Derek Brunson won correct. So yeah, Derek Brunson definitely moves up the ladder. Got a big win against a highly respectable opponent in Rowan Canaro. And then also on the main card, we had a catchweight bout with Cody Garbrandt versus Augusto Mendez. Augusto Mendez, tough guy, great striking ability. Cody Garbrandt, well-rounded from Team Alpha Male. Got TKO punches round 1, 4 minutes, 18 seconds into the first round. I knew he would win by finish on this one because he has a killer boxing background and he knows how to use it, and he has great takedown defense. So I knew that would play a big factor in this fight. Yeah, then in the featherweight division we had Dennis Bermudez versus Tatsuya Kawajiri. And yeah, this was decision unanimous, 29-28, yeah, across the board. Yeah, Dennis Bermudez is a grinder. He's a great wrestler. Has great striking, but he's not known to be a 10-second knockout artist guy. But so that's why this one I believe I called correctly, perfect, spot on, where he would win by unanimous decision because he would grind out a decision win over Kawajiri. Kawajiri is a tough guy. He's a veteran in the sport. He's fought many years. And Dennis Bermudez, Ultimate Fighter, runner-up, season 14, and he's since then bounced back and gone on a win streak with the exception of a couple losses. And so this is a good win to get back in the win column for Dennis the Menace Bermudez. So good job, Dennis Bermudez. Then we had in the middleweight division Chris Camozzi versus Joe Riggs. I knew Joe Riggs, having so many fights under his belt and all the wear and tear, I think it just got to him. I think he's kind of at the tail end of his career. He's a talented fighter, don't get me wrong, but Chris Camozzi still has energy in him, still has a lot of speed and agility and great striking, well-rounded MMA fighter. Yeah, TKO knees, and that was first round, 26 seconds. Yeah, it was explosive, exciting knockout win for Chris Camozzi, who I remember seeing way back at UFC 121 in the prelims and going, this guy has potential and could eventually, if he gets his striking down right, could be a finisher. In this case, he was a finisher. And so, yeah, quick finish for Chris Camozzi, and he's a tough guy. He'll take any fight, anytime, anywhere, pretty much. I mean, he stepped up. This is a guy that stepped up to the plate against Jacare Souza. May have lost, but no harm in losing to Jacare. He's, Jacare's tough, and Chris Camozzi, I mean, over time, I think he'll get better. I think Chris Camozzi's ground game is the part that, if he works on, he will definitely be top 10 guy, legit top 10 guy. That's just looking to have a nice career in the top echelon of that middleweight division. He's had some up and downs, but yeah, this is definitely a good up and a big name win for Chris Camozzi. So good job, Chris Camozzi. And yeah, enough said about that one. Then the first fight on the main card in the lightweight division, we had James Krause versus Shane Campbell. Yeah, James Krause, great striker, great kickboxing, Muay Thai. He won 29-28 due to points. Did a good job keeping the pace, his own pace, and outpointing Shane Campbell en route to a unanimous decision win. Shane Campbell put up a good fight in this one, though. He didn't just lay down and die. He actually, tried to win, and both were really going at it. So no harm in this loss for Shane Campbell. I think Shane Campbell can bounce back from this one. And James Krause is a tough guy. He's had a lot of big fights in the UFC already, and yeah, this is a good win for James Krause. So that was 29-28 unanimous decision across the board. So that wraps up the post-fight show for UFC Fight Night Cowboy vs. Cowboy. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be a pre-fight show for Anderson Silva versus Michael Bisping. So until then, see ya.